Hello everybody, it's me again, Nicole. I'm here to show you guys today about course videos. So with everybody moving online and with so many more people really depending on their online courses and the content built into them to reach their students and to really fully get that learning experience to them via internet, that's a hard task. You know, it's not as easy to teach somebody remotely as it is when you're there in their personal space, you know, teaching them and answering questions and being there with them. It's a different feel. So really, I would like to encourage as many of you possible to make course videos for your class. There's so many reasons you can make course videos. There's so many opportunities to get it done. So I want to kind of introduce that, give you some ideas and show you how to do it very easily. There's so many different ways you can. So I'm going to stop real quick because I want to share this beautiful view I have right now, actually being able to relax for a day. So here we go. This is where we are with our training today of how to make course videos for our students. Okay, so the first way I'm going to show you right now is going to be using Canvas, using one of their built-in tools that's called Canvas Studio. Now, if you are on Canvas and you don't currently have Canvas Studio, reach out to your school site admin, whoever's in charge of Canvas, to ask them if it's in the works, if they're planning on get it going, or if it's coming up, because that's something you're really going to want to like encourage them to do, because it's going to give you such a great opportunity to really enhance your classes with some of these videos. So if you have Canvas and you have Canvas Studio, then this is what you can do to create a video. So you'll notice that I am currently in a course in Canvas, and you will also notice that there's two different navigation areas in Canvas when you're in there. This dark blue one, or the darker one that's on the far left, is going to be your navigation for the whole site of Canvas. The one on the inner that's on the white line or the white area in your class, that is navigation specific to your class. So you'll notice I have Studio here and I have Studio here. Well, I have Studio overall in Canvas, so I can just dump all my videos in there, or I have my videos that I can dump specifically only in my class, which would be right here. Okay, so I'm going to point out real quick up here in the corner, these are pretty much the options you have. You can record off the bat right here, or you can add video that you have pre-recorded. So if you recorded video on your phone or from somewhere else and you have it saved to your computer, you can dump them in here. So what kind of video would you like to do? I'm going to list a couple. You can do a course orientation, so you can create a video with this using the screen capture, pull up your class, and then start recording. You can introduce yourself to your students, you can welcome them, you can navigate the course how you would expect them to navigate it, point out those areas that they're really going to need to pay attention to. I really like to point out that you teaching them those important areas that they need to know about, because if they go to your class, and let's just say they have more than one teacher that's using Canvas, you and their other teacher and any of their other teachers may not build your classes the same. Unless you have a template that everybody's forced to use, you know, you're going to have some nuances of your courses that is different from the other instructor. So that's why you want to pull out those things. Like in my class, you're really going to need to pay attention to your modules. For me, you don't have to look at anything else. That's how I would set up my class. Put everything in the modules, make them just go through linearly through the course material in order, take out those assignment tabs, discussion tabs, quizzes tabs, so that they don't have 8 different ways to find one thing. Send them through in an easy way, take out the guesswork. So for me, I would say, use your modules, follow them in order, and I would show them, here's week 1, here's week 2, you know, kind of laying that out to them. If I do use more tabs than the modules, let's explain why they'll need to land on there. So building your course orientation in a video with the screen share, great idea. What about your lectures? If you have PowerPoints that you go and include throughout the week for each chapter, you can pull up that PowerPoint and lecture on it. Go through those slides, pull out those highlights that they're going to need to know, and then go ahead and finish your video, and you can upload it as a part of that module content. So you have your download that you can download this PowerPoint, but you could also watch the video of me giving the lecture. So that's just adding that personal touch to your class. It's adding that really a whole different feel than purely reading documents, reading the page, reading information and trying to learn it. Having that other type of media is really going to help your students, and they're really going to be more engaged with the course material. Also, we have to consider there's different learning types. Not everybody is strong reading on the computer screen. I know myself. I work in distance education. I can take a distance education class now. However, that was not always the case. Through my early years of going to college, I avoided online classes because it was so hard for me. But that's because that's the type of learner I am. I have to have a paper book. I have to highlight. I have to write in the margins. I have to do all that stuff. So now as an adult and learning about distance education and all that, when I take my online courses, I know better how to prepare myself as a student. But that took a long time for me to figure out. So having these different types of media, the different types of way of consuming the information is really going to help your students out. So I encourage you, make a course video, introduce them to the class, do a video over your lecture. If there's a chapter coming up with some certain things that you want students to know, go over that in a video. Pull out those highlights. If you have projects in your class, if you have a culminating project at the end of the class where they have to do this, research project that was pieces throughout the course, and it may get a little confusing, then make a video, explain it. You can pull things up with the screen share. You can answer some questions. You can really just get this information to students in another way. So like I said, with Canvas Studio, it really does allow you to do a lot of things, whether it's recording your own videos or whether it's just dropping in videos that you've recorded elsewhere. It will organize and house all those videos in Canvas for students, and then you can do stuff with them throughout your class. Also, bonus, and I'll be doing a video about this later, in Canvas Studio, you can utilize your videos to make a quiz. So say you did your course orientation, right? That's the beginning of the class. That's the first thing that students are going to see. Maybe I want them to watch it, but being in online learning, I know that students don't always read or watch the material you give them. So add a couple of quiz questions on that video. You can literally add quiz questions on the video so that while students are watching it, one will pop up as soon as they have to answer it. So say I'm talking about where to find their grades, and I put a question on there. So where will you go to find your grades, right? So as they're watching it, then when that part comes up, when I'm talking about it, the question's going to pop up. And then students are going to have to answer it. It will pause the video where they're at, so they're not going to miss the rest of it. They can answer it, submit it, and then later you can give them like 5 points for watching that video and answering the questions that go along with it. So you guys, right here, you hit record, you do your screen capture. I'm in my own screen recording right now, so if I hit the screen capture, I don't think it's going to really do it because I'm already using that with another platform. I'm going to get creative and I'm going to find another way to show you, but pretty much follow the steps. It's not going to be hard at all. You hit screen capture, then you're going to have to, pick which screen you want and record, and make sure you're ready. Make sure you have what you want to say first down so that once you do hit record, you can just go and do your lecture without having to pause and stop or mess up too often. That's the one thing, is that you're going to want to have to make sure that you can pretty much go mostly without making a whole lot of errors. This whole tool of the Canvas Studio is built off of the Screencast-O-Matic. So if you're familiar with Screencast-O-Matic, it has all those same features and abilities. So all right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you're going to stop whatever you're doing and make a course video for your classes that are coming up for this fall. All right, well, thank you so much. And if you have any comments or suggestions on videos you'd like to see coming up, please drop them in the comments or the chat or wherever you're finding this. And then that way I can, work on some more new material for you guys. Have a great weekend.